mis amigas. Hello my friends, it's Eva here and today I'm taking an adventure with me to Costa Rica. We are here for 13 days and we're starting at the rainforest around La Fortuna and ending up our trip in Tamarindo on the Pacific coast. In this video I will be showing you all the fun things we did, we saw, we ate, and the distance between each place we've been to. Hope you enjoyed this video and let me know in the comments if you've been to Costa Rica or what your favorite place is. We arrived in Liberia Airport. We rented a 4-wheel drive from Dolby Car Rental. We headed straight for La Fortuna and the drive was 2.5 hours. The main highway was very good until we got closer to La Fortuna and there was some bumpy roads but not too bad. For 4-wheel drive is a must in Costa Rica. We stayed at Villa Tucan Airbnb for 2 nights. The place was very clean and it came with mini fridge, TV and washroom. The place had beautiful grounds full of tropical trees and fruit trees. There was a pool with hot tub and a shared kitchen, which was always spotless. We love sharing kitchens as you always meet some fun people. They clean our room every single day, which was really nice. By the way, La Fortuna is a small town in Costa Rica, northwest of the capital, San Jose. It's known as the gateway to Arenal Volcano National Park. After we dropped things off, we went to get some groceries. All of these groceries here cost us $20 US. For dinner we made mashed potatoes, salad, and a quick bean stew, and it was all delicious. Next day we headed to La Fortuna Waterfalls around 9 a.m. The entry tickets are $18 US per person, but if you are planning to going to hanging bridges, make sure to combine the tickets here so you save some money later. The best time to go is early in the morning as it got very busy by 11 a.m. The La Fortuna River waterfall is located in the biological reserve in the area of 210 acres of tropical wet forest, part of the Arenal Volcano National Park, and it's located at 520 meters over the sea level. To observe the splendid 70 meters high waterfall, you must pass a path of approximately 530 steps, which didn't really take too long, but make sure to bring good running shoes because the area is very wet. After this beautiful hike, we end up going to Arenal Mundo Adventure to do some zip lining. It was $60 per person. Unfortunately, we didn't bring our cameras, so no videos there, but I would highly recommend it for sure. On the third day, early in the morning, we moved to Tabacon Hotel for 1 night. We drop off their luggage there and jump into the car and head for Rio Celeste waterfall at the Tamarindo Volcano National Park, which was 1.5 hours to get there from La Fortuna. Driving was good, some bumpy roads, but not too bad. To get to the Rio Celeste waterfalls, you could only follow one trail around 3.5 miles each way. This takes about approximately 1 hour walking one way. Very muddy, so bring good shoes. The entry here is $12 per person and kids are under 12 or $5 US. The story as told by the locals is that Rio Celeste got its stunning color when God dipped his brush in the river as he was painting the sky. Scientifically, the color appears when 2 separate clear water rivers meet in certain types of minerals coated in silica and oxygen and aluminum remain suspended in the river. Unfortunately, there's no swimming in the waterfall, but we are here to enjoy this beauty that we are surrounded by. On our hike, we spotted 2 poisonous snakes. Totally don't remember the names, but we were told they were poisonous. The rainforest was stunning. We loved the whole hike. It was just beautiful. Make sure to bring your good hiking boots as the trails are quite muddy. After this awesome hike, we drove back to La Fortuna where we went for early dinner at restaurant Fortuna. I hope I pronounced it right. The food was great. As a vegan, I never felt like there was no option. Every place you go to, there's always vegan options. After the dinner, we went back to the hot spring hotel called Tabacon. We stayed there only for 1 night. One thing I want to share is that if you stay there at the hotel for 1 night, you get to enjoy the hot springs for 2 days, and the breakfast is included, which was also fantastic. The place was beautiful and definitely worth to stay there. The hot springs are unbelievable, so worth visiting and spending some time there. Another option is there is a natural hot springs river across from Tabacon Hot Springs, and it's free, but it's very shallow. Today we're visiting the hanging bridges at the mystical Arno Park. The drive was only 30 minutes from Tabacon Hotel, and the entry to the park is 30 for adults and 19 for kids over 11 years old. It's best to book your appointment for early morning as it gets busy later on. Plus, it was peaceful and magical when it's quiet and misty. The park provides scenic volcano views, several long suspension bridges that then go over the depths of the rainforest, a gentle waterfall, and plenty of opportunities to spot a resting wildlife. The hike took about 90 minutes. After this awesome hike, we went back to the hotel and still managed to have a brunch and have a dip in the hot springs for a couple of hours before we checked out. This was a perfect start of the day, hot springs, good meal, and ready for a road trip to Tamarindo, the Gulf Coast situated in Guanacaste province on the shore of Pacific Ocean. On our drive, we wanted to take some pictures of white-nosed coati. They looked kind of like raccoon. They were extremely friendly, made us run for the car, and wanted to jump in the car, most likely looking for food. The drive to Tamarindo from La Fortuna was 3.5 hours. The drive was beautiful. We got to see lots of small towns and farmlands. The roads were great on the way to Tamarindo. Once we got to Tamarindo, we stopped for a drink on the beach and enjoyed this beautiful view. We were here 12 years ago, but oh boy, this place has changed so much. The town grew so much. They have beautiful shops and restaurants everywhere. Then we stopped at the local veggie market afterwards and got some food for tonight's dinner. We cooked simple meals on this trip as we didn't have a lot of spices that I needed, but simple is always best. All this produce that we got is about $30 Canadian. For dinner, we made some potatoes and rice and sauteed vegetables. And beans are staples in Costa Rica, so we had them in every meal. For breakfast, we had papaya, passion fruit, and banana plates. We stayed in the cabin for 9 days and took some day trips from there. Next day, we went ziplining. It was a lot of fun, but not as high as the one in La Fortuna area. But it's still worth going if you never try ziplining. After that, we visited a farmer's market. We got some tropical fruits that we never had before, and they even had lots of vegan options and sourdough bread. We definitely had to get some beautiful greens, so we got some aloe and kale, parsley. These fruits were incredible, very unique but delicious. Later on, we went to the beach and my family did some surfing. It was my daughter's first time surfing. I think she did incredible. Later that night, we went to Nogus for dinner right on the beach. Great food, highly recommended. This place had a lot of vegan options as well as any other meals that you like. Next day, we decided to pack up some lunch, avocado chickpea wraps, and we decided to hit a few beaches north of Tamarindo in one day. We left early in the morning and our first stop was Flamingo Beach. The drive was about 40 minutes, so it wasn't too bad from Tamarindo. The beach was beautiful, white sand, and it wasn't busy at all. I would totally recommend if you are looking for a quiet beach. This is also a great beach for surfing if that's what you like to do. We spent here about 3 hours. We loved the beach. It was just beautiful and the water is just like a bathtub. Loved it, loved it. Next place to visit was Playa Cocho. It was south of Flamingo Beach and it's about 35 minutes south, so it wasn't too bad. Playa Cocho is considered to be one of the most exotic beaches of Costa Rican Gulf Coast. It has a beautiful white shells instead of sand. It's pretty cool. For this reason, it's always on the list of the best beaches in Costa Rica. It's one of my favorite beaches. It is very quiet. There aren't huge waves, so if you want a peaceful swim without getting knocked down by the waves, this beach is a perfect place to be. We stayed here for about 3 hours and then our third and last beach of the day was Playa Grande. The drive from Playa Cocho was 30 minutes. The beach was awesome. If you love the big waves for surfing and quiet beach, this is your place. Tamarindo is very busy compared, that's for sure. If you don't have a car, but you are staying in Tamarindo, you can take a boat from Tamarindo to Playa Grande for $2 US, and the ride is only 10 minutes. We stopped for dinner and I had quinoa, hummus beef dish. It was delicious. Next day we started the day with our fruit for breakfast. Then we were just hanging out around the town in Playa Langosta and Tamarindo Beach. We stopped at Barcelo Resort for lunch where we stayed in 12 years ago. The food was great and the place hasn't changed much. The following day, we did another day trip to Samara town, south of Tamarindo. The drive was about 2 hours and the highway is pretty good. Samara is a popular expat and immigrant beach town in Guanacaste, and you can find people from all over the world. Many people who move to Samara are into yoga, surfing, and many vegans and vegetarians. Samara has a fun life, but it has very healthy vibe, making it favorite for families. We love the beach. It was busy but beautiful, lots of great places to eat. We spent a few hours there. Then we had to Playa Pelada, I think it's pronounced. The drive was about 58 minutes from Samara. Playa Pelada is a beautiful beach, but it's quite rocky, so if you want to swim, there's not too many places without rocks, but it is a beautiful and quiet beach. We stayed only an hour there, and then we thought we would do next Playa Azul, but the drive and access to the beach wasn't easy, so we decided to head home. But before that, we went through some rough drive. The coastal drive is rough. Keep in mind, if you are not used to driving on the roads like this, we went through 4 rivers. Definitely was an adventure. So then we got back to our Airbnb and made some pasta with veggies and tofu. It was a perfect after a long day. The following day we ended up going to Playa Negra, south of Tamarindo. It was about 45 minutes drive. Playa Negra was known for its world-class waves and breaks. In one word, it's surfer's paradise. Anyone will enjoy the pristine conditions and remote landscapes of this beautiful beach. The black sand shoreline is surrounded by rocky borders that make ideal conditions for small, tight pools. Although much of the water isn't ideal for swimming, there are some small protected areas of the south of the beach for swimming. It was a very quiet beach. The water was extremely clean, just beautiful. All the beaches are so very unique in their own ways. We stayed there for a few hours and then we head home and made some potato salad and rice with veggies, and then we went to a beach for sunset. Tamarindo, it's well known for great surfing waves, stunning sunset, and legendary nightlife. Tamarindo is a popular beach town in Guanacaste province, perfect for the ultimate fun and sun vacation. If you are planning to go to Costa Rica, Tamarindo Beach is likely a must stop on your itinerary for a good reason. While it's busy and touristy, Tamarindo does offer a convenient way to experience the Guanacaste region and some of its top activities. You will never be wondering what to do in Tamarindo. There's always plenty to do. We walked around the town, went for dessert to a food truck park called Jarden. It's a very cute little hippie area for the fast food or desserts right on Tamarindo Beach. They even had some Polish pierogies in Costa Rica. It was funny. On day 12, we had breakfast and then we decided to go to Playa Grande, a nice quiet beach so we can chill and enjoy the day. And later on, we end up going back to Tamarindo Beach. But this is our surf camp place that we got lessons. I highly recommend it. Another beautiful sunset. For dinner, we end up going to Green Papaya. We highly recommend this place. If you love tacos, they have the best tacos in town. They have so many varieties, you can't go wrong. And this is how we ended our last night in Tamarindo. So this was our 13 days in Costa Rica. I hope you enjoyed this adventure with us. This was our second time in Costa Rica, and we're hoping to come back and see more of the south part. We love every part of Costa Rica that we've seen so far and would highly recommend it. If you have any questions, please comment below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up so you don't miss any of my future videos. Also, this really helps to support my channel so I can create more content for you. Bye for now. See you next time. Pura Vida.